Southern New England's trusted news source, ABC6 News at Noon.
Hey, good afternoon to you folks. Thanks for joining us today for ABC6 News at Noon. I'm Casey Cantz, and scenes from yesterday in Coventry. And all right, we are on with you today. Thanks for joining us today. We have this video from Coventry. Okay. We were talking about the nor'easter yesterday, and here are some scenes from yesterday in Coventry. Whole lot of rain, not much snow across Rhode Island. This was the intersection you're looking at here of Wood Cove and Wisteria Drive. There was minor flooding that closed that road around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You're seeing some evidence of that. Coventry Public Works took care of that cleanup. But, you know, that's really what we've been talking about all morning long here. The rain total's up there, but any kind of heavy snowfall, not so much. As we take a quick look outside on this lunch hour. Still breezy. We'll see those wind gusts in just a little bit from Skylar. But we are drying out a little bit. And I guess now, Skylar, we look ahead to some warmer temps moving in tomorrow. But then I look at what's behind you in Mount Washington right now, and I go, oh, my gosh.
You know what? Here's the thing. I wanted to show this because it could be worse, right? You could be in Mount Washington right now where it's 10 degrees. And it feels like it's 17 below zero. Winds are out of the north-northwest at 53 miles an hour there. So we did not see that here. They got quite a bit of snow up there, so the snow has been blowing around. So let's talk about these rainfall totals. So you just saw that video in Coventry. Look, 3.5 inches of rain. You guys, that's a lot of rain right now. So this was supposed to be a big snowmaker, and for us, it turned into a big rainmaker. So we caught 2 and 3 inches all around Rhode Island. So I think the lowest total I saw was about 1 3/4 inches. So, and that was actually on the Mass side. So here's what's going on with that system that came through. We were just too warm at the surface. So we were making snow in the atmosphere. It was working its way down. It stayed cold through the atmosphere. But at the surface at 11 a.m. yesterday, we were sitting at 41 degrees. So we saw a nice rainmaker. So the good news with that, fills water levels and it takes care of the reservoirs. However, it was a disappointment for those of you guys that were really wanting some snow out of this. I personally was not one that wanted it. So gusty winds in this forecast for the rest of the day today and tomorrow. We do have a warming trend on the way. That's some good news. However, we do have a cold front that's going to move in on Sunday. I'm going to have more details in that full forecast here in just a moment.
Up and down we go. All right, Skylar, thank you for that. Other headlines today. A Pawtucket mother and her boyfriend arrested for child endangerment and drugs. They'll face a judge this afternoon. We're told that should happen around 2 o'clock. According to Pawtucket Police, 21-year-old Amarius Cruz and 28-year-old Jeffrey DeJesus arrested after police responded to a home on Prospect Street for an unresponsive child. The 2-year-old, whose mother is Amarius Cruz, was not breathing. At the hospital, the toddler tested positive for fentanyl, cocaine, and xylazine. After getting a search warrant, police say they found all of those drugs at this couple's home. The little boy is now in stable condition at Hasbro Children's Hospital. We'll have an update for you first at 4. New today at noon, police in Fairhaven responded to the Walmart in town last night looking for a gun. New at noon today, the Bristol County Sheriff's Office confirms its K-9 unit responded to the call. 2 officers dispatched to search for a weapon police believe a suspect tossed while leaving the scene last night. The K-9 units found a gun magazine outside the Walmart, but did not find any suspects. No arrests were made. No word on if shots were actually fired at any people there. But that investigation does continue today. We have reached out to Fairhaven Police for more information. An update, new at noon out of Middletown today, where police say the investigation on West Main Road yesterday concerned a dead body found inside a home. Police say they were called for a well-being check because friends of the resident had not seen him in a few days. Police say the cause and manner of that person's death have not yet been determined as the detectives and the EMS crews continue to work the case. If you know something about the case, please do want to hear from you. A Westerly High School staffer on leave for what the school describes as concerning behavior. The superintendent says the issue came up last Friday and was immediately reported to police. Now police and the AG's office are investigating the conduct. The staff member has not been back on campus since the incident. The superintendent says the high school and police are still actively investigating right now. Police in Swansea asking for the public's help without finding a missing 16-year-old boy. Here he is on your screen. According to police, Aaron Corniel was last seen at his home on Main Street. The teen, listed at 5'11", 160 pounds with braided hair. He was last seen wearing a black hooded sweatshirt and black sneakers. He left the home on foot, could be headed towards Fall River. Anyone with any information about the boy's whereabouts is asked to call Swansea Police. Little Compton's Fire Department is releasing new information today about a fire in town last week. The fire department says a shed behind a house was on fire on Crandall Road. This is in the Adamsville area of that street. Tiverton fire crews arrived first with mutual aid. They were able to get the fire knocked down, thankfully with no injuries there. Today, Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey announced the end of the COVID-19 public health emergency in Massachusetts. This procedural step will take effect May 11th. Governor Healey is also proposing the extension of the services provided by the emergency, like help with staffing for the healthcare industry. The governor also saying she will cancel the order that requires all executive branch state employees to receive COVID-19 vaccines. And trending now, counting down to March Madness, it is the first time former Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker is stepping into the big chair as the president of the NCAA. ABC6 News reporter Yanni Tregellis live outside the AMP in Providence today with more on Baker's vision as the new head of college sports. Yanni, good afternoon.
Yeah, Casey, March Madness starts tomorrow. Finally, the tournament has almost arrived. Anticipation growing. I got my bracket all filled out. I should say I've got my perfect bracket all filled out. For former Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker, it's a pretty big tournament for him as well. It's his first one as the head of the NCAA. Now, to break things down for you, the tournament tips off at 12:15 on Thursday, and the women's tournament also gets underway on Friday. Now, for the men, the first four play-in games on the men's side did start last night with Texas A&M Corpus Christi and Pitt advancing into the round of 64. Now ahead of the tournament, Charlie Baker, he spoke about his new job, the state of college sports, NIL and transfers, and of course, the excitement that comes with March Madness.
And I think the fact that so many times the underdog wins and the unpredictability and the competitive equity that seems to exist drives a big piece of that. You just don't have that many places anymore where it's so obvious that no one knows who's going to win.
And there won't be any games happening here at the AMP. But Providence, they did make the tournament. They're going to be dancing, taking on Kentucky at 7:10 on Friday. A rough end to the year, 3 straight losses, earning the Friars an 11 seed, but looking to get some revenge on Kentucky. Former Kentucky Wildcat Bryce Hopkins facing off against his old team, Providence, looking to make a run. And coming up later on in this new newscast, you're actually going to hear from the team as they get ready for the big dance. For now, we're live in Providence. Yanni Tregellis, ABC6 News.
How about Yanni Tregellis today declaring he has a perfect bracket? We'll check on that later in the month. All right, Yanni, thank you for that. Checking some consumer news now, and 2 federal agencies now looking into that Silicon Valley Bank collapse. The Justice Department and the SEC have each launched probes into the second biggest bank failure in U.S. history. ABC's Justin Finch has those details today from Washington.
Silicon Valley Bank now at the center of 2 federal investigations.
The SEC and the Department of Justice both will be interested in who knew what when and who did what when.
The Department of Justice and the Securities and Exchange Commission carrying out separate probes looking for answers into the collapse of what was the nation's 16th largest bank. 2 people familiar with the situation tell ABC News the DOJ and SEC investigations are in their early stages, and it's unclear if any wrongdoing has been committed. Sources telling ABC News the FBI's early focus is on Silicon Valley Bank's leadership and if there's any evidence of possible insider trading. According to SEC filings, 2 top Silicon Valley executives sold shares in the company shortly before its collapse. A trust held by CEO Greg Becker sold nearly $3.6 million of SVB stock less than 2 weeks before the firm disclosed extensive losses that led to the bank's failure.
I'm really grateful that the federal government did step in at the right time. And this is, I think, about as good of an outcome as we could have hoped for.
Meantime, new reports that Signature Bank shareholders are suing 3 former top executives at that bank, accusing them of fraudulently claiming it was financially strong just 3 days before the bank was taken over by regulators. The lawsuit asserting Signature misrepresented and failed to disclose adverse facts. And the Federal Reserve also conducting an internal review of its oversight of Silicon Valley Bank. But Senator Elizabeth Warren wants Fed Chairman Jerome Powell to recuse himself, saying policies he supports allow banks like SVB to profit off risky investments. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
And there's more news still to come today at noon, including increasing tensions between the U.S. and Russia after a Russian fighter jet crashed into an unmanned American drone. How the U.S. State Department is responding. And later, Yanni told you about those PC Friars getting involved in March Madness Friday. We'll get into the sports side of things with a preview of the Friars game against Kentucky. Back with national headlines today and turning to the escalating tensions between the U.S. and Russia. This after a Russian warplane forced down an American drone over the Black Sea. The U.S. says 2 Russian fighter planes intercepted the Reaper surveillance drone as it was flying in international airspace southwest of Crimea. ABC's Rena Roy with the latest today.
Amid significant tensions between the U.S. and Russia, a Russian warplane colliding with an unmanned American drone. 2 Russian fighter jets making 19 passes at high speed by the Reaper surveillance drone over the Black Sea and international airspace, spraying it with fuel multiple times. Then 1 jet flying vertically towards the drone, hitting its rear propeller and bending it. The U.S. then guiding the drone away into the sea.
This hazardous episode is a part of a pattern of aggressive and risky and unsafe actions by Russian pilots in international airspace. So make no mistake, the United States will continue to fly and to operate wherever international law allows.
A U.S. Air Force official tells ABC this does not appear to be intentional.
At the very least, looks like this was just reckless behavior by a Russian pilot.
The Russians are claiming the drone was flying southwest of the Crimean Peninsula towards Russia's border and crashed because of sharp maneuvering, that the Russian jets never came into physical contact with the drone. The search is now on for that multi-million-dollar drone, though U.S. officials have acknowledged it's a tough task.
Should anything be taken by the Russians, they're ability to exploit useful intelligence will be highly minimized. That said, it's our property, and obviously we're looking to see what we can do to maybe recover. That will be challenging in the Black Sea, and it's very, very deep water.
Russian authorities say they will try to recover the drone as well, though it appears they're also aware of the difficulty of this task. In a statement blasting the U.S., saying in part, Americans keep saying they are not participating in hostilities, but this is yet another confirmation that they are directly involved in the war. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
And so to come today at noon, get another check of that forecast. Actually, a full check of that forecast. Looks okay out there right now. Skylar's got more.
All right, well, we're looking at the temperatures and our almanac showing the average for this time of year is 47 degrees. We hit a record of 67 degrees in 1990. So we are very close to normal. We're only a couple of degrees shy of that temperature right now. So let's look at the setup of what we saw as that system rolled through the last couple of days. I'm actually standing in the way, so I'm going to step over here so you guys can see the system as it rolls through. And you can kind of see the circulation of the system, the way it worked its way into Providence and worked its way out. Mostly a rain event. That rain snow line never got into Providence, so we got a lot of rain out of this as we saw over the last 2 days. Coventry coming in at 3.5 inches for the event. Most of us picking up about 2 to 3 inches overall throughout the area. Now let's take a look at those watches and warnings. That's filled up a lot of our rivers, so we do have some flood warnings in effect until Friday 8 a.m. That's because a couple areas they are expecting those areas, those rivers to crest here in the next couple of hours or so. Satellite and radar over the last couple of hours looks like it's snowing. It is snowing in the atmosphere, not at the surface, unfortunately. Radar tends to bounce back a signal, it brings it back in, and it shows it up on the radar here. So, yep, there was some stuff going on in the atmosphere higher above us, but we're closer to sea level, so we didn't see any of that. You could catch a couple of flurries early this morning, about 6 a.m., but as far as anything accumulating, not a thing because it never made it to the ground. Providence showing 39 degrees. Winds are out of the north-northwest at 22 miles an hour. Makes it feel like it's 29 degrees with the winds whipping around. Temperatures around the area, 42 degrees in New Bedford, 39 in Falmouth, and then we are looking at 39 degrees in Newport right now. Those wind gusts coming in about 30 to 35 miles an hour, a little bit heavier along the coastline. But if we get into our future cast with these winds, they're mostly going to stay in that 20 to 30 mile hour range. As we get through the day, they start to finally taper off into the evening hours and overnight. So tomorrow will be a much better story than what we've seen today in terms of winds. So as we get through the evening, we do clear up in the overnight. We're going to get a little bit cooler tonight. We'll get down into those low 30s for tomorrow's high. We're going to get into those upper 40s and most of us hitting that 50-degree mark. Futurecast to get you through the next day or so. We do get to about 40 degrees. You see those clouds kind of shuffling in and out a little bit. We do start to clear up again. Like I said, over the overnight, we get into about that upper 20s and low 30s mark as we make our way in the early morning. But we do warm up tomorrow. So here's a look at the 7-day forecast. So for tomorrow, we are warming up. We're going to peak at about 50 degrees. And then for Friday, for your St. Patty's Day, we do have some evening showers that'll roll through. We're going to get up almost to the 50-degree mark on Friday. Saturday, a little bit of scattered showers in this forecast. Keeping it about the 50s, you guys. This is a nice forecast. Sunday, we do have a little bit of a cold front that's going to pop in, get us down to 39 degrees for the high. But by the time we get into Monday, Tuesday to start our week, a lot better, back up into those 50s again. So, you know what, fingers crossed, or maybe the pot of gold here will bring us some good fortune and we'll have a nice forecast for next week.
The luck of the Irish.
Yes.
Next 3 days look nice. Skyler, thank you for that. Much more still to come today here at noon, including more hoops talk. The PC Friars getting ready for their Friday action. And also who Rhode Islanders think are going to win the whole tournament. We've got some data on that as well. All ahead. Stay with us. Well, certainly one of the best times of the year, March Madness. And by now, your brackets are hopefully filled out as we await the outcomes of tonight's final play-in games. But the PC Friars, they got plenty of preparation still to do for the mighty Wildcats of Kentucky. Providence back on the floor to practice yesterday, getting ready for that 7:10 tip-off Friday. A lot of good perspective from the team about a fresh start. Everybody's 0-0, new season, that sort of thing. Coach Ed Cooley put the goal at the end of this tournament very simply Tuesday. Listen.
Somebody said something today that was, I think it was Steve Napolo talked about someone 6 wins away from a national championship. I said, you know what, that's decent perspective with one game at a time. Whoever could win 6 games is going to win a national championship. Think about that. You got 6 games. Go 6-0, you'll be a national champion. That's giving me a little bit of hope.
Again, 7:10 tip-off Friday with Kentucky. Marquette getting ready to play in the same region of the bracket, the East, with the Friars. And Cumberland's Tyler Kolek, who plays for the Golden Eagles, was named the Associated Press All-America third team yesterday. Marquette will play Vermont Friday at 2:45 in Columbus. And who do New Englanders think will win the whole thing? Well, according to the guys over at Bet Online, if you're in Rhode Island, most people have the Connecticut Huskies. In Massachusetts, Bay Staters going with Purdue. The map based on Twitter data compiled in the last week. So to come today on ABC6 News at noon, another check of that forecast. Stay with us.
Gusty winds for the rest of the day. We'll see those gusts up to 30 miles an hour. We'll get up to those low 40s, mid 40s for the high. Tomorrow, warming, high of 50. A little bit of evening showers coming in on Friday night.
All right, Skyler, thanks for that. Thank you, folks, for joining us today as well. The news continues first at 4. We'll see you tonight.